Okay, hello. In this bite-sized video, we're going to look at a really handy feature of PowerPoint, which is called Smart Art. So you can see here, I'm just on the Home tab now, as we are in PowerPoint, and I have created a single slide presentation in which I'm going to speak about Gibbs reflective cycle. You can see here I've outlined the 5 different steps of Gibbs reflective cycle using a numbered list in PowerPoint. This is just a simple numbered list that I put into a text box, and I've used the numbered list option at the top here. I could have bullet points, but this is a process, so it's a numbered list that I want to use. However, the thing about Gibbs is it is a cycle. It's a reflective cycle. So the idea is that you kind of work through these processes of the cycle. Once you get to the end, you kind of feed back into the beginning, and it's cyclical in nature. And I think that there might be a better way of representing this using PowerPoint. So I'm going to come up to the Insert menu. The Insert menu is a menu that you're going to use a lot in PowerPoint. Basically, whenever you want to put anything new on the screen, you're probably going to put it in using the Insert menu. I'm going to come across almost to the middle of the ribbon at the top here, and there's an option called Smart Art. And you can see, in fact, when I hover over it, the little thumbnail that it gives me is of a cycle, but Smart Art can do a whole lot more. So if we click on Smart Art, you can see here there are a whole load of different options, and these are essentially interactive templates for creating visual content in your PowerPoint, on your PowerPoint slides. So you can use these and you can change them, and you can edit them, and you can use these to better kind of represent information that you think might be more accessible if it's highlighted in a visual format. So I'm going to come down here to the cycle section because we want to describe a cycle. I'm going to click cycle, and I've got several different options. And I can choose one of these options, and I can also change this after I've set up my Smart Art. So whatever I choose now, I don't have to commit to. So let's have a look at one of these. Let's just look at this one here called Block Cycle. I'm going to choose that one for now. And when I click on it, I get a little preview of the type of illustration that I'm going to be setting up on my PowerPoint. So I'm going to click this one will do. In fact, actually, no, let's go for that one. That's a nicer looking one. Okay, I'm going to click OK, and I am presented with the bare bones of my cycle. So in here, I can start typing. So first step of Gibbs, which is description. Go in here, and then my feelings. Conclusions. And action. So there are 5 steps of the Gibbs reflective cycle. If I want more boxes, all I need to do is hit return, add another bullet point, and Smart Art will add in another step in my cycle. But 5 is all I need, so I can delete that bullet point, and you'll see that again that section of my cycle disappears. Now that I've put in the steps of my cycle, I can close this little text pane box here. I can open that again at any time from up here on the menu. This is a bit big, so I can resize it. It's going to fit on my the gap I've got on my slide. Next thing I can do, if I want to, is I can change some of the details of this. So I might want to introduce a bit of color, various different predefined color options. So let's choose this one, make it a little bit more colorful, and that gives each of my steps a slightly different color or a different color. Worth saying that in fact these are all changeable at a more granular level as well. So I can click on this box on its own, and I can change this one to a different color So I think, I've got 2 blue boxes, maybe I want to have an orange box instead. And indeed, every element of my chart or my smart art is editable at a granular level, so that kind of swooping arrow in the background there that indicates this is a cycle, I can change the colour of that as well. And there we go, really quickly, using smart art, I've managed to develop a visual representation of the information to accompany the list on the left-hand side of my slide there. And I think when I'm addressing this slide and talking about Gibbs reflective cycle, my audience now are going to have a better understanding, because of the content of my slide, of what Gibbs reflective cycle actually is and what it can do for them. Okay.